Yeah, today I'm going to discuss a lot of things. I'm going to make you understand the word God project. I told you that I'm starting up now people, mostly the TikTok people that have not been following me, but I know they're checking out YouTube, they're checking out also the TikTok, but this is for them mostly. Those that have been following me a lot, I think this time you're also going to be following, but this is just a revision for you. Basically, me, I told you everybody would wish to do like the way I do, like being on your office for only 2 days. So today is my second day at the office. I always be at the office. Mostly if it's maybe if I have a lot of things to do at the office, I'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then I leave. The rest of the week, I can do my other things. So my farming business, I give it 2 days because that's what I love most, and that is my office. So I be there for 2 days. So basically today I'm at the office and we are going to discuss a lot of things. I know everybody would really love to have that kind of life. So it is also an assurance that even those people that are in office, you can as well do your office work from Monday to Friday or Saturday, then you join farming. So farming gives you time. Farming gives you your time. And even the young generation would really want to have this kind of arrangement, only that we get a lot of complications. We have no, let's say, capital to start up this, because farming needs some capital. Like it or not, like they have been explaining to you that you need land, you need some investment to do the construction of the houses, you need to prepare feeds, more so if you have a small land. So today we are going to discuss the project projection. Me, I can't advise you to go into the business when it doesn't make money. Me, I'm just explaining to you how I make my money so that other people can also get inspired, but not in theory, not in stories. You get, like, I'm giving you the real and real life. So basically today, let's go into my office. I'm going to share with you the project projection, like the starters. You think about goats, you hear about hamiisi doing goat farming. It's well and it's really very good. But how do you make money out of goat farming? That's what I want to explain to you on the data. I've tried to explain to you, and I'll be doing more videos to show it to you practically. But today I want to show you, if I invest in this amount, if I invest in this number of animals, when do I expect this, and what am I expecting at the end of it? And look at the 2-3 markets that we have in the country. So the label is ham, animal breeding farm. I want you to understand it. I want you to follow this. This can take you to where we are going. Come with me. This is my simple office for a simple poor farmer, and this is where I sit. Basically, today we are going to discuss a lot on the laptop, and I don't know whether the cameraman can be able to scan everything. I think today we are going to discuss a number of things. So here I am, like the way you see, when you're more interested in farming, uh, even things around you, they're always animals. I think you can see these are all my animals. We have the plan. So today we are going to discuss, because there is a number of things, there is a number of animals that you can start with, because most of you have been asking me a lot of things. Hamiisi, how do we start goat farming? How do we do goat farming? Today, I want you to get down to me. We're going to discuss a lot. Today, it's going to be more of my project projection. This project projection I'm going to show you, it does not belong to any book, but it's me who did it practically, and it has been me that have been explaining it. And if you need it, I can as well share it with you. You go through it when you really have the time. So I request my cameraman to bring this camera close such that we discuss this matter very, very well. I think let me try to make them more bold, very well. Then we try to explain a number of things here. So basically, I think you can see the cursor. The cursor is here. This is the mother stock, like the way you see. And if I'm explaining, I think you can see this is 10, 25, this is 50, this is 100. It depends. But as a commercial farmer, I would request that we discuss the 100 goats, because when you do business, you at least need something that can make more money. You get? Because when I look at the way you invest money in the 100, the animals that you get, the person that would take care of 10 is the same person that can take care of 100, and so on. So I think let's just discuss this 10, 100. If we discuss the 100, it will give us results. Then you divide depending on what you really want to do. You get? So today, let's discuss about 100 goats. I think when you look up here, these are words which explains a lot to you. The mother stock, you see this line? This is called a mother stock. Mother stock. Let me show it to you, because I don't want to show you and you say I didn't see it. So you see, this is an investment of the mother stock. And if you start with 100 goats, of course, you're going to unit costs is going to be 500,000. I think you can see here per goat. And units, this is in US dollars, but we shall not concentrate much on US dollars because it keeps changing in the rates. But roughly, it is 135 US dollars. And then the total cost of 100 goats, that's over 50 millions. And that is also in dollars. And as well, look at the ratio of female to male. I told you a long time ago that ratio of female to male, one male serves 50 females. So if you have 50 goats, this will go to 2 males, and each male is 3 millions. I think you can see. So 3 millions times 2 males, that's over 6 millions. So these are males in US dollars. I think you can see, you guys. And then as well, the total costs, which is the 2 males, which are 6 millions, and the 50 of the mother stock. I think you can see in here. So basically, that is an investment that we are looking at. In stock, I'm going to talk about stock before I talk about of structures, before I talk about of what, but I'm talking about the stock. So after investing that, so we have in our investment, we invested 50 millions for a mother stock. We invested 6 millions for the 2 pure males. And in total, we have invested 56 millions. So in that investment, I would like you guys to understand this. The moment you stock animals, let's say today, after 18 to 21 days, those animals will be under quarantine, or mostly 2 months. So after 2 months, you expect those animals to start breeding. Remember, we sell goats that are 5 months and above. So if 5 months and above, actually mostly 6, 7 to 8. Let's say if you take them 1 month, they are under quarantine. Another month, they are in they are free to get bred. Because the reason why we don't want to give out animals which are pregnant, they always go through stress, and stress can kill the animals so much, or even those, they can even get what they call miscarriages. So basically, we need to look at the profits. Now the investment is 56. If you're doing 25, divide by 2. If you're doing 10 or like that, you can always get the answers. So basically, I want to show you our offsprings or the profits after 6 months. Let's say those animals reached and they stayed in quarantine for 1 month. Then after that 1 month, they got bred. If they got bred in 6 months, 6 months after stocking the animals. This is what we are talking about. The 6 months, you see this? 6 months after stocking. I think you can see here. These are 6 months after stocking. So if you stocked 100 animals, you might probably get 100 animals, the offsprings. I think you can see the cursor here. If you stocked 200, I think you can as well see. But let's count only one goat per animal. So if we stocked 100 with 2 males, we expect 100 kids from 100 animals. Then those animals, after 18 to 21 days, they will come back on heat. So if they come back on heat, you people, nutrition is a key, is very, very important. And I've been telling you, and I will tell you what are the factors considered during this kind of project. So basically, me, I'm considering my goats, let's say, if they have produced 1. So if they produce today, after 18 to 21 days, the animals will come back on heat. But let's say we have put a reserve of another month. So a goat produces today, after 18 to 21 days, it doesn't come back on heat, but it comes back in the 3rd month. That means from 6 to 14 months, that there is a reserve of those 2 months without coming on heat. So if you do 14 minus 6, that is around 8 months, I think. Is it? 4? Yeah, that is 8 months. So that is the reserve, the way you see here. You get here. So after, if an animal produces today and it takes 2 months minus get bred, and it's bred later, so it will produce in 14 months. But if it gets back on heat immediately after 18 to 21 days, by the time it makes 12 or 12 months, you will see another group. But let's take the 14. Let's say if we start the goat today, after 6 months, you're going to have 100 goats if you start with 100. Then after 14 months, you're also going to have another 100. Then after 21 months, you're also going to have another group. But you see this time, it is, I think you can see here, this time you're going to receive not 100 goats, but you're going to receive 150. Do you know the reason? The reason is this group, this first group, if you produced 100 and it's most of the time 50% are females and 50% are males. Sometimes males get to 60 or sometimes females get to 60. So the first lot here that we produced in the first production will come back. Actually, the first lot will also, if they produce, let's say if they produced 100 and those 100 goats also, if it produced 100 goats and they all 50 are females and 50 are males, they will definitely be on heat by 21 months. Because remember, if we produced in 6 months, the goats also produced another lot, 100 goats. If we had 50 males and we had 50 females, by the time the mother comes back on heat after 21 months, you'll definitely have all groups, the mothers producing with their kids at the end of 21 months. You know why? Because if these 50, if the 100 were produced, and then another 100 were produced, let's say 50 were females here, and also here were females, by the time this goat comes back on heat to produce for the 21 months, the first lot will also be ready. Remember, these goats come on heat in 6 months, but we deny them males up to when they make 8 months. So when they are produced today, and after 14 months, that means 14 minus 5, so do the 6 minus 14, you'll get 8. So that means if the mother who produced 100, by the time they get another production, these guys will already be 8 months or 7 months. So that means if 50 were females, they'll also come back on heat with mothers after producing the 14th month. So that means in 21st month or 21 months, the mothers are going to produce with their first kids, which is the 150. The 50 kids that are produced are coming from the 100 kids that were produced at the first time. I hope you guys, you understand it very, very well, like the way I'm telling you. So in total, if you're looking at 2 years, the least you can get is 350 kids. Why? Because this first lot, the first baby is produced with in the third production of the mother stock, and then you got 350 kids. We count all this, then we get 350. So let's say if our market is a local market, and let's say we are looking at all these kids being sold, because some of them have now grown up very big, others are average, others are still average small, and we are selling, let's say for slaughter. This is where you can get the profit. Let's say you're selling each goat at 300,000. Let it even be 250. You get? So that if we are selling off all the profit, leave alone the mother stock, but we are selling off all the stock, which is all the profits, which is 350 kids times 300,000. Let's say we are selling for slaughter 300,000 on average. Our total amount of money is 105 millions. That is this in US dollars. You get it? Before we look at the mortality, because mortality is always 10%, so we can maybe just remove 10 millions plus something. But basically, that is how we make the money. You get the first lot, they produce the second lot, they produce the third lot. First babies will produce with the mothers in the 21 months production or the third time production. Then you have a total of 350. But still, we still have the mother stock that is producing. This business is all about production. Whatever you produce, that is your profit. So your work is only harvest and make sure that those kids are okay. I've told you many times that this business is all about the kids being produced. So there is also another assumption down here. I think, do you see this assumption? Most of the time, goats produce 2, more so in the second production. There is this assumption that 85% of goats produce 2, 10% produce 1, 5% produce 3. That is in the second production, not the first production, not the first producers, but the second producers. So basically, let's say if 100 goats of ours were feeding well and they were really very good, and the same amount of money invested will still be the same, because this is just an additional advantage. Let's look at the profit. The investment will still stay the same, 56 millions, but what is going to change is in the production. So if 100 goats, 85% produce 2, you will receive 170 kids. Then in the 14th month, you also get 170 kids. If 85% produce 2. Then the third time, you will divide this by 2. You will divide the first lot by 2, because half will be males, half will be females. So if you divide it by 2, what you get, add it on 170, and the third time, the 21st month, you'll be getting 255. So that means the total kids you can possibly produce, if your kids are producing twins all the time, you're able to get 595 kids, minus the mothers. And also, let's say, if you're selling it at 300,000 on average, you're getting 178,500,000. Then you can as well remove the 10% mortality, and that would be let's say 17 million plus. And let's say if you're selling these goats, do you see this other assumption? If you're selling it at 500,000, like for breeding, I'll talk about the markets. you can ably get 297 millions out of 100 goats for 2 years. That means if you remove the 10%, those are 29 millions and the balance. Remember, I told you the investment we give per goat. Sorry, the cost of running of the project of the goats per year. The possibility is having spending 20,000 per goat. But as well, even if you say all these animals, the 590 something times 20,000, then you remove on these 200 and something millions, it's a lot of some good money. That's what I think. It's a lot of some good money. That's what I can tell you. Because if you have, let's say, let me do some simple calculation here. If you can see, if we have 595 goats times, let's say, 300,000 is equals 178 millions. So let's say if 595 goats times minus 10%, 10%, those are 59 goats. Let's say minus 60 goats died times 20,000 of the investment, like per year. That is 10 millions. I think you can see. So if you got the 178 minus 10 million, minus the mortality, minus the 10 millions, I think you can see. So basically, you guys, God's project can make money. I think you do understand that project projection, and it will definitely help us to understand. So in case of other inquiries, please check my my YouTube channel. Contact me directly, send me message. Sometimes you can call me. I'm sorry to delay responses, but I try my best to answer. So that's what I really wanted to show you, the project projection. I think you understand it. Let me wish you the best. Bye.